let's get into our topic number one, and let's talk about this tea that larious, was spilling all over the Instagram yesterday. So things got pretty heated between, them had Jess Hilarious. Damn, how I forget her name? I just said it. So Jess Hilarious got on Instagram last night, and let me tell you, all this happened literally as I think I was wrapping up yesterday's show. So I was in the middle of doing yesterday's show because we spilled over. I think I was done right about 8:30 something 9 that we were doing the show yesterday. And as soon as I clicked over, all of a sudden I'm seeing Jess Hilarious all over Instagram Live spilling tea about what's going on behind the scenes at the Breakfast Club. Now, I believe all of this was happening. The little breadcrumbs was dropping here and there. The people was on social media going around saying that it looked like that Jess has pretty much checked out of doing the show. I noticed it when I was watching because, I've been keeping track of all the stuff that's been going on with Wendy Williams. So that's how when I started noticing, I noticed there was a shot that they panned to. I don't know if it's like a regular camera they got up in there or it's like some, one of those security camera type shots. But anyway, they showed like a full shot of all of the people that was in the room while Wendy was doing her calling in to spill her tea about what's going on with her whole situation. And everybody noticed that everybody was engaged. Wendy even only acknowledged Lauren, DJ Envy, and Charlamagne the God. Didn't even acknowledge Jess Hilarious was even in the room. Maybe she didn't know, or maybe they just intentionally didn't let her know that she was in there and just told her to acknowledge the three. I don't know. We're not going to blame Wendy on this situation. Wendy just trying to get out of her damn guardianship. But people noticed that Jess was scrolling on her phone. I think she was on Instagram or something or other. She was just scrolling, whatever the case was. They were like, well, clearly it looks like that Jess has checked out. Now come this week, because this all happened last week. Then come this week, she's on social media, on Instagram, spilling all her tea in regards of what's going on behind the scenes, how she feels like that people that her coworkers, not necessarily the production, because she didn't talk about the producers, and I think maybe that's where your mistake is first at. Because a lot of times, these people that work behind the scenes, they be the ones that's chirping in your ear. They the ones that start fueling the fire. Also, the people on social media, they start saying things, you sitting there reading the comments, and you feel away, which she does address when we get to the clips later on when she addresses her coworkers at the Breakfast Club, because we got all of that. So this segment might be about 30 minutes, just to let y'all know, because the clips, it's a lot. So she went in on Instagram yesterday and addressed a lot of the stuff that was going on. But then before that, I think maybe what really got her up in, her noodling was that comedian Corey Holcomb, who also is a podcaster, jumped on his platform and basically was out taunting her, saying that Lauren LaRosa pretty much took your job. So I think she was feeling away because them two, from what I know, I don't even be paying attention to them like that. But from what I've heard is that they've been beefing for a long damn time. So they've been going back and forth on a lot of stuff. But the way he went in on her, I'm like, God damn, he left no crumbs after he ate her ass up. So hold on, let me get to that clip. We're going to play that and then we'll get into Jess and what she had to say. Please hold.
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So she got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah. Oh. She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out, and then Les and Larry's ain't even reading right. I'm like, and now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment.
Yeah.
On the Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment.
Right.
Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that lesson, larious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for lesson, larious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
So stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who is talented. And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it, right? But now they got somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend. So I want to say to old girl Lauren, I hope that you get the job, and I hope Les Hilarious has to open up a OnlyFans with that bionic ass body that she bought through robbing the people, perpetrating talent. Cause I want to see you doing bad. Cause I ain't gonna even lie, Les. Well, this is.
First of all, Corey, you ain't had to do her in like. He said, did y'all notice he kept calling her less hilarious? Now that is funny. Cause, and shout out to Tia's Master, cause she be calling her just hilarious, because, you know, she be giving masculine tease. And I think that's why she be having an issue with the trans. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Jess. And for that exact reason, because some of the time she be saying homophobic, transphobic stuff. And I be like, ma'am, now I see why it seemed like you got your voice deeper than mine. You got a little more testosterone running through your veins than me. And I'm a butch queen, so you know, I'll be frank with that. I play both sides. Like I give you a little feminine stuff, and I give you the masculine. I embrace both sides of my spectrum. But with her, it's just like, yeah, you be giving more dude than anything. And I think you mad about it because you got some past traumas that you be wanting to deal with. So when you be saying your little stuff about the trans people and the gays and all this stuff, I be wanting to windmill on her dusty ass. But in addition to that, I do agree with him on certain things. I'm not going to sit up here and say she's not talented. She does have talent her own way. Like, I feel like in so many ways, Jess is someone who is like the people's co-host. Like she says what a lot of people who are watching The Breakfast Club are thinking. Now, in regards to the other stuff, if you're going to do Jess with the mess, you could be messy. But the thing is, if you're going to talk about celebrity news and gossip, you need to do like the rest of us pundits in the lesser iHeart type of spaces. Those who will do the independent stuff do, is the fact that we can't just be up in here and just be, I mean, some of y'all do, but for me, I'll speak for myself. When I come up in here, I have to give y'all not only the roast and the gags, but I have to give y'all the information. I just can't be coming out here pulling stuff out my behind and just saying stuff just for entertainment purposes. I have to also deliver the facts, but I can also give an opinion on it as well, especially when you a band of one. There's no excuse for her. She liked to use the baby as an excuse because there's one clip that I remember from a while back where she got mad because Lauren called her at like 4 a.m. and said, "Oh, we have to watch the Wendy documentary." Sis, that's your job. Like your job, and you had this job around the time you was pregnant. I don't know if you was upfront with them to let them know that you was with child at the time that you wound up getting the gig over there at the Breakfast Club. But if that was the situation, you still have to be well versed on what's going on. You can't just be skating by on whatever is happening on the show and thinking that's just going to be enough. And that's why the fandom was going in on you, because they felt like you were half-assing it. Hence why a lot of the stuff that was on social media, they were saying, well, y'all need to get rid of Jess and keep Lauren, because when you went on maternity leave and Lauren came in, who I didn't even know she was a producer until they mentioned it in the clip later on, what Lauren's actual position is. Because Lauren, for those of you who don't know, she's from TMZ. She was working at TMZ with Harvey and them before she came over to the Breakfast Club with her gig. So she was probably, she was probably behind the scenes coming up with a lot of the segment stuff for them to talk about on the show. Because when you have a big production like The Breakfast Club or any show in that magnitude, you have people that come behind the scenes that be like, okay, these are the topics you want to talk about, and y'all need to brush up on it or whatever the case is, so that when y'all come on the air, you at least know what the hell you talking about. Just be up there just saying, pulling stuff out her wide behind or her bad built behind, as Corey pretty much said, and thought that was going to be enough. But when you got people watching a show or listening, they want you to bring the information. They want you to bring the facts. And if you was getting mad that Lauren was surpassing you in your stuff, well, sis, you should have been up while you got that baby, while you got your titty in that baby mouth. You should have been titty hold up with the baby mouth on one end of the titty, the other eye that you got should have been looking at your paperwork to make sure that you were on point with your shit, so that when you come into work, you already have your stuff ready. You should have been doing your job better than Lauren. You shouldn't have been feeling insecure about Lauren coming in and possibly taking your job because you was thinking that, oh, I got the job now, so I ain't got to do nothing. And that's the problem I have with this new generation. Y'all think that by doing the bare minimum, that's enough. I don't know how old Jess. I think she might be in her early to mid 30s. It's like a lot of you new bitches that jump up in this space. Y'all just be thinking that, oh, I could just coast and mediocrity is enough. No, I'm sorry. I'm from the old school is you have to come in with your fact. You could be entertaining and all this other stuff. We could sit up here and be a court jester. We could sit up here and tap dance and give y'all a good show. But you also have to come in with your facts. And she wasn't doing that. So that's how I feel on that situation. Now, I was trying to see if there was anything else that but so yeah, she was pretty much doing your segment better than you. Now, in addition to that, this is where Jess came on and decided to give her side of the story and what had happened. And so let's get to that clip. I think that clip is probably about 3 minutes. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Let's play that clip and then we'll come back and talk. Please hold.
Doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay. Got it. Now, it's her segment. I went to the and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked. You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted, eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby. So you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted, eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby.
Okay, that shit. I mean, that shit. I mean, I wasn't trying to say that, but I was like, let's play this clip. I'm gonna go to because I was like, let me just have the neighborhood talk up in here, and then we'll just play that one.
That shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High.
Not the Lean On Me reference.
Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Mm-hmm. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? I'm this shit up for y'all teammate. This shit is ran like a high school.
Shit.
Well, this list when she there.
Okay, so
Right.
we don't need
This
to
is
go
what
with
happened.
that because we already played that. So now, here's the thing. I feel like, and I'm not trying to take away from the fact that she was feeling the way she needs to feel. She has a right to feel how she feels. I'm not going to take away from her feelings. I think both sides is wrong. Well, hold on, let me rephrase. I think the people behind the scenes at the Breakfast Club is wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Now, I understand, like, you know, when she came in and they were negotiating, whatever the case was, they were like, okay, Jess hilarious. Out of all the people, Claudia, Jordan, and so many others that they were looking at, that they wanted to bring her in, and they felt like she was the perfect fit. So they brought her in. They probably didn't know she was pregnant. All of a sudden she got pregnant. And I was like, Lord, here we go. Now she got to go on maternity leave. Now she's not going to be here to do the thing. Like, you just got the job and already you got to go and push out a child. This is why I feel for women, because it's like when it comes to careers, they will go for a male more than a female, because men, we ain't got to worry about pushing out a child. We don't have to worry about maternity leave, although there is paternity leave. But men, they feel like are more driven and not gonna give no issues. But I'm like, you could have just gave her the time off and she could have did stuff BSL. Like, we got internet and stuff now. She don't need to be in the office. But then you had this other girl come in. Lauren was doing the job better. The fandom was saying that they wanted Lauren over you. Then when you came back, the producers and all the people behind the scenes was probably like, well, damn, I think we reacted prematurely. We should have probably just extended and waited a little longer to see if there was more people out there that we could have auditioned to sit up in here with the Breakfast Club. Or what you could have did was, when Jess comes back, saying, you know what, the dynamic of the show changed. The fans like what you do. The fans like what Lauren does. Let's make it a 4-way situation. Because when they sat up there and tried to say that, yeah, it was going to be a 4-way show, that's some bullshit. Because I do not believe that not 1 minute. Y'all was not planning on doing no 4 people on that damn panel. Y'all was going to do it, keep it the same way, where there's 2 dudes and a girl. I feel like that style and that format is played out. We're in 2025. This is a new generation. I feel like y'all just need to go where the energy, if things shift in a certain direction, and this is why I keep saying about people, y'all gotta stop trying to force things. So I'm trying to find a round thing in a square peg. Stop trying to do all of that. Because if it became this thing where the energy started shifting, where you have 4 people, then you should have been like, you know what, we're going to keep Lauren, have her be a part of the show to do like more the media, look up the stuff, and then Jess, you just do what you do, which is just go based off of vibes, go based off your opinion, just give your opinion in the show. That's what she should have did. Or they should have did with that. Instead, they tried to play stupid. They tried to gaslight her, and she was feeling away because they didn't know how to tell her. And this is why I don't want to say how y'all have a business and y'all can't even tell y'all talent what it is. Maybe she comes across a little too hood and too aggressive. And you got a lot of them people that work behind the scenes, probably white folks, who don't know how to handle a hood booger from Baltimore working in a New York situation. I'm like, she ain't no damn different than these New York broads that you see out in Brooklyn and the Bronx, more or less the Bronx. But from New York City, she ain't no damn different. You could have talked to her the same damn way. Now, she'd have popped off. You could have had her dragged out by security, by her wig. But other than that, y'all could have been honest and upfront with her to tell her that we're going in a different direction, that Lauren is doing the gig better than you. So now we're going to move you into a different direction, or y'all going to get rid of her. So they wasn't being honest and upfront with her. She started crashing. Well, not crashing out per se. We saw the crash out already, as I showed y'all the clips. But I felt like she was giving them the silent treatment. She was probably acting, her energy was funky. She was probably giving the silent treatment. She would say little things here and there, always telling Lauren to shut up, which, bitch, you ain't going to tell me. Now, that's the part that pissed me off. Because I'm like, you're not going to tell me to shut up. My mother don't even tell me to shut up. Your ass is not going to come up in here and talk to me like I'm some ninja in the goddamn street. Because if you want to take it there, we could take this shit outside. That's what I would have been like. You're not going to talk to me like I'm just some random. We co-workers. If you need me to like pause for a second, there's respectful ways to go about it. But the fact of the matter is, You get certain people that don't know how to walk into a room, and the worst, I don't want to say code switch, but let's go there with it. Because when you black, you got to be able to go in. And nobody's saying that you have to compromise your Christianity. Nobody said you have to demote who you are. But there are certain ways when you walk in certain spaces and certain rooms, you cannot be talking. You can't be bringing that hood shit into them rooms with them elites and talking to people any old way that you feel. You got to be able to know how to speak to people respectfully. And I don't even think it has to do with that. You just got to know how to be respectful to people. You don't tell me to shut up or be quiet. No, bitch, you shut up. Because then I'll cuss your ass out. You're not going to tell me, you're not going to talk to me crazy. And so that's how she was talking. And so she's feeling away. So I totally get why she was feeling the way she feels. And she has every right to feel that way because the people behind the scenes wasn't being honest. She said, I've been asking y'all a couple of times, what's the tea? Like, what's going on? Miley was good. Why is Lauren still here? I'm back from maternity leave. Y'all wasn't being forthcoming. So we got them clips too, but I got to be real I got to be real cloak and dagger about it because the problem that I have with the Breakfast Club, y'all like to flag people's stuff if they use y'all footage. So now I got to do this whole thing where I got to show a picture and I got to play the audio. So now it gets pretty lengthy. It's probably like a good 15 minutes. So we're going to play all of that so y'all can get a gist of it. I even had to change the tempo of the audio so y'all can hear it. So please hold as we get into this tea. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Instagram last night. And I knew the live would upset. You know, you don't get upset, whatever. But I knew that it would upset Envy. I knew it would upset Lauren. That's why you closed the elevator this morning. That was crazy. Now, why would you do that, Lauren? I know. I used to. They pulled up at the same time. At the same time, we called. And she was in front of me. She didn't know what Jeff was on. So she was well into the elevator. You remember when you was on Juice? I hit the button one time. And this was why. I heard the button, though.
I felt like I didn't know what to say to you because I was so thrown off by parts of that live yesterday. I'm like, bro, we be talking at least enough. Like, we don't got to be friends outside of here. But I feel like I've always said to you off air, whenever things have happened, we've had conversations about a lot of different things. Let's talk. Call me. What's up? What's the issue? What's going on?
The issue is the whole narrative. Like, I understand F the comments and F the people and all that. But it's not all about them. It's how I'm feeling too. What if I'm feeling the same way the people feel? You know what I'm saying? So what? Because niggas online feel a certain way. I feel the same way they feel about it. Call me and curse me out. I've done that. Yes, you do. Yes, like, okay. I've done that.
You know what I mean? There's a bigger issue sometimes too, because I feel like, all right, you'll call him, you'll cuss him out. We might talk about different situations. But I think a lot of times, if there's an issue for real, and then it don't be no movement in here, it's like there's an issue outside and then there's no movement in here, and then we just all in here like hee hee ha. Like, you're doing a lot of it right now. You're laughing and joking, but for real, you know that she's up here crying. Nothing about that is funny. Like, there's real issues and real problems, and we don't really get to the gist of it. Never.
I want the record to show I see just cry like. So,
it doesn't matter if you see her cry 1,000 times.
I'm not talking to you. Because when I try to be serious to talk, you see what I'm saying? You see how you do me?
What I'm saying is that I think at this moment, because this is East Side High, West Side, whatever high we gonna be, we here and we together, so we gotta figure this out. And
Coolly high.
Everything's not a joke. And I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what? Just like,
what part? Because like, it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me.
Okay, so what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. It's crazy. The shut up, I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right? But I didn't.
None of that was said. You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room or EP.
I never ever heard that. Because you've pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen. I have said, hush, shut up. You overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing that. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's full voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying we don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying?
Do not have no damn opinion.
And it's like the only time you can quiet down is if somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown ass woman.
And I understand you could have said that on air right then and there. But right after, when you say you put me in office, you put me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And did I not? Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm going to handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation because we grown. And regardless, you don't got to love me. You don't got to like me, but we here together. I'm here.
And listen, like I said earlier, the internet loves me.
Yes, you are here.
And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit women against each other.
And you're here because of an opportunity that I extended. Regardless, I'm not sitting here like you don't deserve to be here. I'm not sitting here like you're not here. You're not going anywhere. That's first and foremost. Let's get that. It may be my delivery or whatever. But yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here. I said from the whole jump. Yeah, Shorty do the job. Great. She's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment.
I think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet created a narrative, Lauren versus Jess versus Lauren.
But that's what it is.
And that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. We see it. None of us can ignore it. I saw that Corey thing a week ago. It didn't say nothing about it.
Y'all clear up everything else. Nobody want to clear up that I'm not doing that. I don't like you. I'm hating on a.
They say I'm gay.
That's different now. Come on.
The last time I attempted to do that, Jeff, it went so bad that I said I wasn't going to do it again.
To do what?
I don't dislike you. You don't dislike me. The day you came back. That's what my intention is. And we talked about
it. The way when I did come back on, you have to admit that ish was crazy. The way we had a setup, we had something going. We had a whole other plan. It went left. You came in and it's like you did something totally different. And the first thing that you spoke to was the things in the comments.
I feel like I have a behind the scenes meeting on air, which is kind of cool, but let's go to commercial or something and then come back.
Well, we need a resolution, bro. We'll take some phone calls, but like I'm resolution based and not argument based. So let's
shut up. You're the number one beige raised person. You ain't never come up with a resolution.
Not beige raised.
Cut it out.
Well, I just want to say, Jess, what you feeling? We feel it together. And when the other thing happened that I called you about, I said that to you.
What was the other thing?
The academics thing. And I want you to know, I responded
to me. Is this leader?
And I responded to that on Twitter. I didn't send it to you. I didn't feel like I had to, but I did. But I called you about it.
The comments. Stop listening to the comments.
Let me talk.
In real life, we love everybody. Y'all love each other. This can work.
It will work. It will work. No, because this is.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm making it a topic, and now it's the problem because we're talking about
exactly. What I'm saying is that this will work, but sometimes this might have to happen, and it's happening with love. Because when I saw Jess crying, I came in here because I care about you. Have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You my talent. We gonna be straight. Everything's gonna be fine.
Let's take some calls, and then we'll come right back. 800-585-1051. If you want to talk, you want to discuss. Of course, Lauren's here, Jess here, I'm here, Charlamagne's here. Let's have a conversation.
We're queer. All right. Yeah, it's cool. Some song, Brad. Finally, some production up here. Stop acting like this is a goddamn high.
All right, so now he got to go in into my weird queer. Yeah. When you coming out of the closet, Miss Charlamagne the Goddess? Wait,
Okay. All right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online.
Oh, wait. There's more. I told you it's going to be lengthy. This clip is about 6.5 minutes. So just because I know a lot of y'all do not have time to hear everything and be up on. Look, I told you, I went to the vet earlier and I had to rush home and then all this other stuff was coming out. So yeah, this is like a lot of stuff. So I was like, let me just give y'all the clip so y'all can hear it because I know y'all don't have time to be researching for everything. So I'm going to play the other clip. It is also pretty lengthy. I told you this is going to be about 15 minutes of them just going in and letting have and stuff. But I'm glad they hashing it out. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of me having to read y'all comments, I'm going to just put it in here and in the lower third, as y'all see, just so that way people could read along and listen to the audio at the same time. So hold on, let's get to that other piece and then we'll come back and I'll give my other opinion and all the other good stuff. Please hold.
That's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. No, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back because we had a whole plan, even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a full host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the Best until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Until she started reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the Mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff. Yes. Then that's when Jess with the Mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool. I feel you. That though, because of the internet. What are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yeah, she's great at what she did. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's going to be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice? Well, correct me if my segment.
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews. She was going to be the senior news producer. She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying? I thought she was She was on air. They told her don't step in this room. Yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Lauren on purpose?
Yes.
No, what are we talking about? No. She didn't leave when I came back. The first day we had a whole situation like, all right, look, this was going to happen. And when it's time for us to roll, it changed. No, the first question was about, the only person who asked me about my baby maternity leave was Indy. All right, I walked in. She addressed the hate in the comments. That was the first thing she addressed. When I came back, I'm like, what the hell? I want to talk about that. Off air, though, right? So yeah. We started talking off air. We started to talk
even prior to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Lauren in the show. All right, cool. If there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's do it another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Just With The Mess to the Lauren.
That was eventually, even when it came down to it still being called Just With The Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. It's no Just With The Mess. Just make it Brown Girl Grinding or Lauren with the latest or Lauren's Legal Corner. I'm giving ideas. I'm like, yo. I even with the tail, like, yo, change that. Take that Just With The Mess off of it. I feel like I'm getting credit for something I'm not doing. And it's stupid because this is not what she does. Is not Just With The Mess. I read headlines and I give commentary. I say what people thinking.
I agree. Can I ask
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Ask a question.
What?
Why didn't you wear a do-rag this morning?
Because
why you joke so much, man?
What you mean? It's not a do-rag. It's a silk song, nigga. But it's not a joke. I'm serious.
Bring it to the radio. It's not a joke. But it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue. Okay, let me just sit back and watch it because I'm not Joe Clark. It's not. I am actually. You're my big boy.
No, it's now, Indy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
you're not a villain.
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
What do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night what I wanted to do, what I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess. And one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other, especially two women. And I don't dwell in that. And y'all know that. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It's not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all wanting her.
If you had a problem, say it to us. We had a meeting yesterday.
Off air. What
not like that. About? Not like nobody having my back because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm worried about it's not even about
you. You're worried about comments. You're worried about what people say.
I'm worried about the perception and my reputation that people on the show.
They've been issuing on me for 15 years. They've been issuing on Charlotte for 15 years.
That's on you. And the things that I don't issue on people is on me.
I don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments. I know who I am. I know what I do. If you let them people get in the comments and F with you, you're great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like you a dope.
You're very
dope. You let them people piss you off. No, them niggas. Like you nice. Like what you do is funny.
I tell them that all the time.
You brought that energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club, and you let a bitch ass person in the comments say something to stand you about. Tell them F them niggas.
We don't even know who these people are.
They could be bots and all that, and we doing it on air when we could have did behind the scennes. Like I F with you the long way, not on some internet ish. And they hear that through there. It's whack, man.
Sounds very light skinned. Well, let's go to the phones. 1-800-585-1051. Let's open the phone line. Everybody will stop. All right, y'all. So how you going to say that was very light skinned? I'm like, yeah, I hate when people say that, probably because I'm light skinned. But for the most part, you want to know something? That was the smartest thing I've ever heard DJ Envy say. He been on that show for how long? Like, 11 years. 11 years I saw my pride. Go ahead, Miss Mary J. This is a mess. And it seemed like they call it like Jess with a mess for a reason. But you want to know something? I'm glad they're working it out. It would have been nicer if they worked it out behind the scenes and didn't invite all of us into the group chat. But since y'all did, let's talk about it. Remember when that was Queen Latifah theme song when she had her talk show back in the day? But anyway, so get that why she feels the way that she feels is the fact that maybe she was bringing it to their attention, but they wasn't listening, or they wasn't, or she felt like they wasn't featuring in some sort of way, and she was feeling the way. But I really feel like, look, you got a whole lot to say any other time, but when it comes down to the job, you should have just been upfront and honest about how you was feeling like you was treated. But I also feel like the people behind the scenes of the Breakfast Club should have been forthcoming, or forthright, or both, when they should have been like, you know what, we are thinking because you left, but due to being pregnant and you had to go on your maternity leave and all that other stuff, that Lauren is doing I don't know, you would have to figure out how to like not make it sound so harsh, that Lauren is doing a better job than you. So we want to kind of bring her in as a fourth co-host, and then we'll give you another segment. You can do your Jess with a mess, however you want to fix that all up. But if she wants to come in and do like what Angela Yee was doing, which was a lot of the celebrity news, gossip, or entertainment news, whatever, all the other stuff, like the real reporter stuff, then you can have her come in and do that, and then demote Jess to just being someone with an opinion. And for Charlamagne and DJ Envy, and y'all showing y'all damn age when y'all was talking, because they gonna say, oh, just ignore the internet, ignore what they're saying online and all other stuff, that it could be a bunch of bots. Everything in a goddamn bot, sir. And on top of that, I know y'all be looking at the internet and seeing what people be saying too. So don't just sit up here and try to act like y'all walk around with rose-colored glasses on all day, because y'all don't. So when they're up there sitting there, oh yeah, you need to ignore. She's from the era of social media and stuff. So yeah, she's gonna be in the comments. She was on Wild 'N Out. She was doing a lot of those shows that get a lot of push because of the internet and social media and stuff. So of course Jess is gonna be reading it. And for anybody to sit up here and try to act like they don't read comments about them, use a damn lie, because we all do it, including myself. But you have to be able to know that when you get in this space, and this is what Jess needs to learn too. You need to learn, if you're going to get in this space, sis, you need to grow a thick damn skin. You can't be up in here trying to act all hard on the outside, but you soft and pink on the inside. You need to get just as hard on the inside too, or get a bigger, harder shell to protect your situation, or don't let the people get you, because the minute they realize what your Achilles heel is, you already know people are going to be out here and exploit it. Don't never let nobody see you sweat in this situation. But now that y'all don't expose all y'all stuff, now myself and so many others, we all gonna have an opinion on it. But then again, you know what I was thinking too? This is the most press. You know, they say all press is good press, right? Because this is the most in tea or virality that the Breakfast Club has gotten in a while. Because quiet as it's kept, I don't know anybody who's been really out here checking for the Breakfast Club. Like, y'all not at the top of nobody's list when it comes down to shows and things that's going on. I don't even watch the Breakfast Club. I used to watch, like, I would watch certain segments, or depending on who they interview, I would check it out. But for the most part, I don't be up in here seeing what's going on with them. I could care less. So hopefully they work it out with all four of them. If they could work a situation out, or if Jess is feeling a way about certain things, then maybe Jess need to be like, you know what, when my contract is up, because I don't know if they want to, if the production people or people behind the scenes want to buy her out, pay her the rest of her money, and then just let her go about her merry way, or she want to thug it out and wait until the end of the contract. I don't know how many years, or if she just did a year, or I don't know how long she signed the contract for, but just work it out in the whole situation and go about your business and do all your other little side projects that you talk about that you've been booking, and then let Lauren come in and take over the show. But I do feel like that at this point, the Breakfast Club, y'all need to kind of take them a moment, look at the show, and try to figure out how y'all could bring 4 people on rather than 3 people. Because that whole 2 guys and a girl and a pizza place, that whole genre, that whole setup, it's tired. Like, who's still doing that? Joe Budden tired ass doing it too. How you got 6 dudes up there saying a bunch of nothing and 1 girl? Like, that's just dumb. I don't like this whole, let's have 1 girl be a representation and you got like 5 people or 3 people or 2 people. Like, no, I think y'all should even it out and bring more than 1 girl in there. One woman is not, women ain't a monolith. Or you said get rid of the whole show. I mean, they could do that too. I heard some people say that they need to remove Charlemagne and Envy and bring in some fresh meat. That Charlemagne, okay, quiet as is kept. If I feel like Charlemagne's been checked out. I don't feel like I think Charlemagne just come to work, collect the check. It's kind of like Whoopi Goldberg at The View. You just there to collect the check. You're not really fully invested in the show. It's like you come in, it's like, yo, man, yeah, dude, good vibes, and you just happy. But you're not really, doing what needs to be done. But I know, let's read some of the comments because, I didn't read some earlier on another profile. So my friend DJ Baker said, surprised it took this long. Another person said, leave it to a black man to bring a black woman down. Here y'all go with that. Another person said, stop it, Jess. Don't let that man trick you out your spot. I guess it was talking about the whole thing about Corey Holcomb. And another person said, calling Jess hilarious, less hilarious is hilarious. Another person, I do think Lauren is really good, but what made everyone start hating Jess all of a sudden? I think it's room for both of them. Well, I think I pretty much said why people don't like her. I just think that the way that Jess comes across, people just don't like her energy, and people just don't like how I guess maybe they feel like she comes across too ratchet. And she don't come across as like just a professional chick when she's on the show. But I feel like when you in the entertainment space versus like real life jobs, that's a different playing field. I told you when I was at VH1, the way that people walk around like they so relaxed and everything else is not, they don't run the same environment like in some regular corporate job. It's just a different vibe in that situation. And at the end of the day, so I can wrap this up, I do feel like there's room for all of them. I think they could do 4 co-hosts, and I hope that that is the direction that they take with the show if it continues to stay on. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story in regards to all of this that I had to break down in regards of Jess Hilarious, Lauren LaRosa, and all of them airing out their dirty laundry in the group, not even in the group chat. It was like a general worldwide group chat, and then they brought it up on the show. But look, Jess laid down the gauntlet. They had to address it on the air. They couldn't take it behind the scenes because then the people would have tuned in and be like, okay, so now y'all got to address it. So they had to do it. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.